Hi everyone, welcome to day 11 of Permission to Breathe. I'm Kelly Davis, NLP practitioner, timeline therapist, hypnotherapist, life and business coach. I have just completed 10 minutes of the diaphragmatic or belly breathing. Up until now, I've been trying out various different things, including just being exercising consciously for the number of minutes, reading consciously for the number of minutes. I've also tried some breathing techniques. This is the breathing technique that I've used the longest. And since I'm journaling what the effects are, one of the things that I noticed today is that I found the deep belly breathing quite difficult for the first 5 minutes. It seemed like time was, and my mind was hectic and fighting against me taking in this deep breath. After the first 5 minutes, my body started to relax into it and my breathing got deeper. My belly started extending more and I started to get a tingling in my face, in my hands, in my feet. But I feel really good actually, and I recommend trying this breathing technique. I have put it in one of the previous days, but just in case you haven't picked up on those on one of the previous days, diaphragmatic breathing is where you breathe past your chest into your belly and extend your diaphragm outwards. And the way to control it is you lie on your back, knees over a cushion, relaxed, and you breathe in through your nose, deep into your belly, left hand on chest, right hand on the diaphragm or just above the belly button so that you can feel the movement, and in through the nose, out through the mouth. And for me, what I did was I just regulated and kept more or less the same timing between the two. Feels really good. So if you want to give it a try, please go for it. I'll post more techniques tomorrow, but for now, one of the other things that I can recommend is if you want to try the deep belly breathing and you struggle with it, perhaps to split your time now, because we're on to 11 minutes today, but we were on 10 minutes yesterday. Split it 5 minutes and 6 minutes, or for tomorrow, day 12, 6 minutes and 6 minutes, and see how that goes for you if you struggle. But preferably you sit through the 10 minutes, because the benefit seems to come later in the time of the 10 minutes than it did in the first 5. The first 5 was the fight, and the second half of it was the actual relaxation into it. So I recommend doing the full 10. I've got some great plans coming up, and right now I can't talk about any of them, but I am really excited, and obviously some things are dependent on COVID. From Wednesday, I will be doing these videos from a different venue. It's an interim venue between here and the final one, and it'll be for the next few months that I'll be recording from there. So I have that coming up, and I will be able to explain everything that's happened in these few months once I'm settled in the final destination. So in the meantime, I'm feeling really, really positive about life. I'm managing to stick to my skipping routine, which is absolutely fantastic and has really helped me to start this year off this year. Julie Dixon Carr, I've mentioned you before in previous recordings. Julie Dixon Carr does Isagenix. She's got a page on Facebook if you're interested. They're an amazing product that she sells, that are just great health wise, and if you're looking to get your weight down. And she also does an amazing page where she literally posts every day to encourage to follow an exercise program, to follow the program of Isagenix. It's amazing. Check it out if you want to, or ask me for further details. Do you know, just a little story today. I've got a friend in South Africa, and if she ever watches this, she'll know who she is. She's had COVID twice, and she's done this really amazing thing. She has gone on. She's in the arts. She's an amazing. What does she do? She does costuming and that sort of thing. Incredibly creative. She's been knocked very, very hard by 2 COVID incidents, and her body has taken its toll on her body. However, she has written an article which is absolutely outstanding. And again, if you're willing to, I hope she doesn't mind me sharing her name, but Nicola Date on my Facebook page. She also does a bit of comedic stuff, and she on Thursday night is going to do a little skit about this COVID thing and put it into sort of a lighter perspective. And they're looking for donations. If you have a look at my page, if you're interested in following it. The story, though, the interesting part of the story that I find is this, and I've said it before. The last year and COVID has not been what we thought it was going to be, and certainly most of our plans were absolutely left in tatters. And all of the things that we thought we wanted to do and we thought we wanted to be in the places where we thought we were going to be, I think it's safe to say that anybody that had a 5-year plan before this started has had to most certainly make some changes, if nothing else, unless the plans have been completely destroyed. But what this time has allowed us is to find other parts of ourselves that have maybe been waiting to come out. They've been maybe waiting to be used. I went through a period of a few months where I was incredibly, incredibly creative. I was painting, I was drawing, I was renovating furnishings, upcycling furnishings. That creativity, that time spent doing that consciously, completely involved in what I was doing. And again, it comes down to what we're doing with the conscious breathing, but being totally, totally lost in the process of creating something has brought out a completely different side of me. It has released that creativity into other areas of my life and has brought back a focus that I did not have at the beginning of this COVID, this 2020 or the COVID year or whatever you want to call it. And it has been incredibly helpful to me to have this time and to bring my focus back. I feel far more alert and awake and far more on purpose than what I ever have in my entire life. This has been the best year for me, and I understand that there has been loss, and I understand that there have been some very painful times for people. And as Nicola says in her article, a lot of fear, a lot of pain, a lot of anxiety, PTSD. I understand that people are suffering. If you can find it in you to find your creativity and to focus on something positive where you are building something of importance, and it can be writing, it can be through dance, it can be through singing, whatever creativity you would like to explore. Perhaps it's something new, perhaps it's something that you know that you are good at but haven't spent any time on recently. I encourage you to throw yourself into that while the time exists to do it, because eventually we are going to come out of this and the world is going to need healing and the world is going to need rebuilding. And I think that if you take this time to figure out a way to do that, mine is through the therapy and the coaching that I do. It will be to help people. The timeline therapy specifically that I've studied is very good for PTSD. In fact, it was created to help people with PTSD. And I think that coming out of COVID, if that is one of the things that I can help with, then that is what I'm going to do. So again, I'm urging people to be more conscious in life, spend more time for yourself, go inward in this time, whether it be through breathing or anything else, and find out where you go and what comes out of you during this time while you're doing it. I'm absolutely loving my skipping at the minute. I'm up to about 3,000 skips, if not more on some days. And I find that when I lose myself in that mode of exercise and I get into the rhythm of it, it releases into my thought patterns or whatever you want to call it. It releases ideas. It releases information. I end up mid-skip. I'll do maybe 1,000 skips and then I have to write things down. So for me, the exercise has been extremely helpful. The creativity through what I was doing with the furnishings and painting was incredible to open up this new pathway to sort of send me back on my way towards what I have an absolute passion about, which is talking to people, telling stories, listening to stories, finding a solution to the problems that we have in life and the awful feelings that some of us carry. Finding out why they're there, removing them, releasing people into the perfect being that they are, allowing you to get on with your life in the best way possible, in the most excellent way possible, because we all are that at the core. We are perfect. And yeah, I think today I'm feeling some excitement about it. I can see the road forward. I've booked something today that is my first step in the direction, and once that's gone, that's it. I'm on my way. So please, if these little videos are helping you in any way and you think that it might help somebody else, please like, follow, or share both on the YouTube channel and on the Facebook page. Right now, I'm just, it takes a while to build these things up. So any shares, greatly appreciated. I'm happy to accept anybody who would like to follow the page. And if anybody is looking for online treatment currently if you're struggling with addictions, being at home, I've been down that road, and it's part of what I do. If you are just suffering from anxiety and depression and need someone to talk to, equally, or otherwise, if you're looking for a way to make goals, and so more on the coaching side of how to lay out the next year for you, or post-COVID, or what your ideas are coming up and how to develop those ideas, please, again, you can book on the page and you can pay via PayPal, and the rates are on there. So if you're interested, please let me know. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you tomorrow for Permission to Breathe Day 12. Have a wonderful day. Have a conscious day. And whatever comes up for you today, I hope it's fantastic. Cheers. See you tomorrow.